I'm delighted to say I've been joined by Neil and Chris, the Pet Shop Boys. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
Lovely to see you here this morning.
Lovely to be here.
Fresh-faced,
yeah, absolutely.
lively, youthful.
As youthful as possible.
Yeah, as you can.
Under the circumstances.
These days. And you've brought with you, and I have now in my rather sweating little palm, your new single, Together.
Yes.
Which is from a forthcoming album.
Yeah,
which is looking back right over the great pantheon of Pet Shop Boys music.
Yes, EMI wanted, our record label wanted to bring out a greatest hits this year because it's 25 years since West End Girls came out, and it seemed like quite a nice idea. And we made they actually said, we don't need a new single.
Well, that's nice.
So we were in the studio working with someone, and this single just appeared, and we're very, very excited about it, which is why we're here for the world premiere play of it on the Ken Bruce Show on Radio 2. And yeah, I think it's one of our best. Right,
and I've only heard the first seconds of it myself, but it sounds classic Pet Shop Boys. There's the first few seconds of it. Would you agree?
Yeah, it's quite. It's from the uplifting product range.
Right, right.
But what's interesting about it is it's actually a waltz.
It's 3/4 time, is it?
It's in 3/4 time, but it's also it's sort of techno waltz, which is quite unusual.
You're surprising us at every turn these days. And having this 25 years, I mean, it can be a lovely thing to celebrate. It can also be a kind of, oh dear, 25 years already. I mean, how are you feeling about it?
Well, actually, we don't really think about it that much, to be honest. It doesn't seem like 25 years. But I mean, it's a landmark. It's an amazing thing, really. You know, it's a silver jubilee.
Yes, yes, it would be a silver.
That hasn't occurred to me at all.
The album should have been silver. Now we think.
Oh, damn it! I recall it. Yeah.
Ultimate Pet Shop Boys, and there's a big event happening for you in the near future.
Yes, we're actually doing. When we played Glastonbury in June, afterwards, I did an interview with Jo Whiley from BBC Radio 1.
And 2. She works for us now as well.
I didn't realise that. There you go. I'm behind there. And she does a series of concerts every year for MenCap, which are called Little Noise, but ours is called Big Noise, and we're going to be playing the Hammersmith Apollo on December the 8th, and there's a full announcement of some special guests. All that's going to be announced on this coming Monday. But yeah, it's December the 8th at the Hammersmith Apollo, and it's going to be our full Pandemonium tour production, probably for the last time in the UK. In fact, I think definitely for the last time in the UK. And so, watch out for the announcement on Monday.
Right, okay, we will. We've got Chris de Burgh live in our Maida Vale studios singing for us this morning. He was talking about his latest work being released through the good offices of a major retailer. The music business is changing hugely these days, and you've always been able to keep up with the changes and ahead of them most of the time. Where do you see things moving in the near future for you, particularly?
Well, we're still signed to EMI. You know, we signed with them 25 years ago, and I remember it was funny when we signed with them. It was for a 7-album deal, and the idea of making 7 albums seemed absolutely and totally, laughably inconceivable. And I think we've released 10 now.
Right.
So I don't know. We're still with that. It's quite interesting. For instance, this new single. It gets released on digital platforms.
That's this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend. Yeah, which is something new, and I think it's quite good. It's on the radio, and then you can buy it rather than illegally download it. Yeah. So that's changed. In some ways, I don't think the changes are as. I mean, it's a marketing thing, releasing your record through a supermarket chain or something, and it's quite interesting to take advantage of those opportunities, I suppose. But I think in some ways it's changed less than people think sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
I think if you look at the chart nowadays, the way it works, it's very like the 60s. Like records hang around for ages and ages, and you know, so it's in some ways it's more similar to the way it used to be.
And some unusual things can get into the charts, which could happen in the 60s.
Yeah,
but happened less in the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And for you, I suppose, Chris and Neil, you're just making music, and what happens to it after that is secondary.
Oh yes,
in a way.
It's just a bonus.
No, we make music for the fans, and if we like it ourselves, then it's a bonus.
Yeah. Fans first, you second, and the industry third. A long way down the road.
That's the pecking order.
So you've got this wonderful retrospective, as it were, with new material.
Yes.
Part of that we'll hear. Any all-new album planned?
Yeah, well, we've been working for a lot of this year and a lot of the last 2 or 3 years actually on a ballet for Sadler's Wells Theatre in London, which is called The Most Incredible Thing. It's based on a story by Hans Christian Andersen, and it opens in Sadler's Wells in March.
Because you've done a lot of different things. I mean, film music and musicals,
yes.
Theatre musicals. You seem to just keep dodging around thinking of something new to do.
Well, we like doing things, different projects outside pop music. Yeah. And in fact, it sort of reinvigorates you when you go back to writing pop songs. Like I've been working in a ballet for 6 months this year. I think that's one of the reasons we did this new song together. You really feel like writing an up pop song.
Yeah. Glad All Over. Tell me about that, Chris.
Well, I was at Wembley when Blackpool got promoted to the Premier League.
Your home team?
Yeah, and afterwards it was a fantastic party atmosphere at Wembley, and one of the big songs that everyone sings along to is Glad All Over. And so we're doing a concert in Blackpool in the Empress Ballroom, and I thought it would be great to sing Glad All Over, you know, as a bit of a celebration of us going up. And I programmed it the night before. We performed it very under-rehearsed. we only rehearsed it during the sound check in the afternoon. And we did it anyway, and we thought it'd make a nice bonus track for the CD, so we went in the studio, and it's quite a bit different than how we performed it,
but it's on there.
It's great. It's on there. Yeah.
For the fans and for everybody. For the Blackpool fans as well as your own. Well, it's time we played it then.
I think so.
The brand new single from the Pet Shop Boys, world exclusive. Thank you for bringing it in here. It's called Together, and here it is.
Together we'll go all the way.
A brand new single from the Pet Shop Boys. It's right up there with the rest of them, I think. And the sound of it just sounds
Thank you.
Pet Shop Boys. And it almost fascinates me when people come in to hear the first play of their record on the radio. You're absolutely desperate to hear it on the radio, how it sounds on the radio, rather than, you've heard it a dozen times before. More.
Well, you do something magical to it, don't you? I don't know what, you've got a magic button that makes it all nice and compressed. And
Makes it sound like the radio.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's subtly different, isn't it? There's something special about hearing it going out on the radio too, isn't there?
There is, it's because it's when it turns into a record. It starts being it stops being just a track.
Right. It becomes public property.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's a very exciting moment.
Yeah, great. Well, there it is. We've all heard it now. I think it's a great song.
Thank you very
Fantastic
much.
song. And it's on there, on the album. Now, there's a lot of dates to remember about this.
There's a lot of dates.
The single, Together, we've just heard, that's digitally released this weekend.
It is.
And then about a month hence, the physical release.
Yeah, with
Right.
a lot of mixes and B-sides and things.
Right, okay. And the album, Ultimate Pet Shop Boys, that's out week after next.
It is November the 1st.
Right, okay. I think we've got it all now.
So
Fantastic.
We'll have a test later.
All right, yes, yeah, we'll ask the questions.
And then there's the gig on December the 8th.
Yeah.
The ballet next March.
Right.
And anyway, Bob's your uncle.
We've got Christmas to please ourselves with, really. We can do it.
Yes.
It's an open season for us. Lovely. Neil and Chris, thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much.
Great song.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. The Pet
Cheers.
Shop Boys.